welcome to the Geekerella Booksplosion live show. This month we're working with Quirk Books. I'm Christine, and my two other team members are late. They should be here. I just got off a plane from like halfway around the world, and they're not here. Hold on. Kat?
What?
Are you coming?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Oh, get in here. Jesse?
Oh, was that my cue? Oh, I'm sorry. I missed it. How's it going? We're together! Booksplosion hug.
We're here. You're a Booksplosion. I'm Christine.
I'm Jesse.
I'm Kat. And we're here for the Booksplosion Geekerella show! Live from LA. It's us.
It's Booksplosion.
This is a first. This is a first.
Oh, my camera's out of focus.
Oh. We're going to be out of focus for Jesse's vlog version of this. So Geekerella, if you don't know, I have a book talk about it if you don't know what it's about, but we're going to be spoiling it for you if you haven't read it today. So you shouldn't stay here and listen if you haven't read it, because we all loved it, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
5 out of 5 stars.
5 out of 5 and 5 out of 5. And we're taking questions on Twitter using the hashtag Geeksplosion. I did not tweet that, so
I did.
Geeksplosion.
I only have my phone, but I'll retweet it.
You should probably tweet a link.
I'll grab my phone.
Someone, yeah, you guys get your phones up because we don't have a second person to be looking at their computer.
I will do it.
How do we live?
I will do it.
Okay,
I already have
well,
some questions too. So.
okay, Kat, kick us off with your initial thoughts.
Okay, so I was the first one to read this book of us.
Yeah.
I read it in like one sitting as soon as I got it, and then I had to like tell them like, guys, I really need you to read this book so we can talk about it. Because it was so cute and wonderful. It's just such a great contemporary novel, and there's so much like wonderful geeky fandom stuff. Like it was so relatable in so many ways, and it was just so cute and fun.
So
it's one of those books where you're like reading it and you're just like smiling because it just makes you so happy. It's like happy-go-lucky. I just love that feeling about it so much.
it would be such a good morning period book.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
it's
If you're in a reading slump, hit it up.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Jesse, tell us your thoughts. Sorry, I'm tweeting out the link.
I feel the same way. Like I loved it so much. I loved so many different aspects of it too, because it goes so much deeper than you think it's going to go as well. Like it touches on friendship, it touches on like betrayal of friendship,
Family.
it touches on like relationships and just family. So many different aspects come into play in the story, and I wasn't expecting that, but I loved it so much. I loved every aspect of it, and like the fandom part of it was just the best.
Yeah,
it was just so relatable in that aspect. So.
Did you have any reservations going in for it being like maybe girly?
Not really, for some reason.
Maybe because like the Cinderella thing.
I thought like the fandom element would kind of overpower that as well.
Yeah, and it's like really, it feels like a Star Trek, Star Wars mashup sort of a fandom.
I had more reservations because it was a Cinderella retelling. Because I've seen that retold so many different times. It's like, okay, what new can they bring to this story? But it was so fresh and new, and I loved it.
Yeah,
so fresh, so clean. Yeah, like they said, and like I talked about for like 12 minutes in my book talk, like I adored this book. I just felt like it really hit that, like it really just portrayed the fandom sort of community really on pointly.
Yes.
I'm very literate talking.
We all just got off flights today, so bear with us.
Yeah,
Christine's was like overnight too.
Yeah,
so.
I got off an 11-hour flight literally 2 hours ago. I just got home. Like I raced home in an Uber, went to pick them up at Starbucks.
Yeah.
And then we came back here. We had 20 minutes before we started. It was cray. So if you're just joining us, we're taking questions on Twitter using the hashtag Geeksplosion. Do you guys have a question ready?
I do have one right here. Which point of view did you prefer, Elle or Darian?
I actually loved both. Did you?
I have a preference.
You have a preference.
I like Darian.
I like Darian a little bit if I had to choose.
I loved seeing the perspective of like the actor filming the movie, but he's also such a fan. Like like Elle's family drama wasn't really relatable to me. so like Darian's thing, which I mean, I'm not like an actor, so that part wasn't relatable, but just seeing like that inside perspective, it was
really
different.
interesting.
Yeah.
I think also like it was really interesting seeing Jess and how she looked at the fandom.
Yeah,
she looked at it.
yeah.
I don't know if any of you guys were thinking this. I think I cut it out of my book talk, but like she reminded me in a way. And I'm not saying J Law is like her, like in every way, but it reminded me of J Law coming into the Hunger Games because she like was an indie actress, you know, like she was doing these Oscar noms.
I felt that character had to be inspired by Jennifer.
Yeah, a little bit, at least a little.
Yeah.
Like just the way she was kind of reminded me of J Law.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not saying J Law feels like that about the Hunger Games. Like, she's brilliant in the Hunger Games, but I
can see that perspective.
Like yeah.
So is that who you guys would like fan cast?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, for the princess Amara and that. If we were fan casting it as like exactly like how we read it in the book.
Yeah. I definitely pictured her.
Who did you prefer to read from?
Oh, I liked both for different reasons. I thought that Darian's was just really interesting because also like he's coming off this show that's like the OC or something, you know, like that, and he's not kind of taken seriously as an actor, but he wants to be taken seriously.
Yeah, it's kind of like coming off the Disney Channel.
Yeah.
And
I really enjoyed like kind of learning about his complicated relationship with his father and how his father kind of came into play as like his manager and how he was
and how all his friends kind of turned on him and
how his dad even was turning on him and like he was supposedly helping his career, but he didn't enjoy that, you know?
And it was kind of that image flip that did turn his friends on him.
Yeah.
Because it's when he like blew up because of all that stuff that his dad and his friend did, like leaking that video.
Yeah.
And also the whole perspective of just like he's actually a huge fan of the series. Like he would play the role for free. Like it was like a huge
I love that. Like
it
was so relatable. It's like there's always that thing of like, oh, I would do it for free, but like it's my job. So I hope I can get paid.
We have another question.
Yeah, let's do another question.
Okay, this is from Carly Smith, and she asks, what was your favorite scene from Geekerella?
Kat, do you have a favorite scene ready?
No.
Okay. I mean, like, I have a million, I feel like.
There's so many
there's a
moments.
lot. I really love, obviously, the scene in the bathroom that I talked about. All the scenes I just talked about in my book talk.
Yeah, so basically your book talk. Just go on.
I love the scene at the end when I'm trying to think of a new scene. I haven't talked about it extensively.
Like the scene at the prom where they do the sign or whatever.
Yeah.
The whole scene was great.
Yeah.
Because like it was just like the whole like moment of everything building together and like them like getting together, like meeting and just it was wonderful.
Yeah. I mean, I liked a lot of the scenes with Sage and oh my god. Geekerella.
Elle.
Okay, it was Sage and Elle in her basement. Like I like when her mom comes in and talks to them.
Elle's name is in the title.
Geekerella. Okay. No, I mean no. Usually Cinderella's name is Elle or Danielle.
Cinder. Yeah.
Cinder. That's the weirdest.
Or Cinder.
Or Selena.
Selena.
What were we talking about?
Favorite scene.
Yeah. Okay. Did you guys say one yet?
I mean, I love the opening scene with Darian where he's like, we find out that he just got the role and like he's in that like dunk tank kind of and he has to like lose the question even though he knows it.
Oh, that was the worst. I was like, no, just say the answer.
It's just I liked him so much immediately because it was just because he was so likable.
Yeah. And then like the whole abs thing, like how they wanted him to do it. It was all planned. It's just like it was so like TV. It was so The Bachelor. Like
oh yeah, they even had that thing where they were like they wanted them in a fake relationship.
Yeah, I mean like they do that with so many. Yeah, like Kristen and Rob, like it came out of that, and like Jamie and Lily, but they were real. They got back together. Let's see. Do you have another question? Let's get another question.
Okay. While you're on the subject, this comes from Renee, by the way. Hi, Renee. While you're on the subject of fan casting, who would you choose for the rest of our main characters, mainly Elle and Darian?
Okay.
I pictured Raphael from Jane the Virgin as
Damien's a little younger than
I know he's a little bit younger, but I just pictured his like
I saw him as like Dean Thomas.
Dean Thomas. Oh, okay, yeah.
Or the guy from
I
How
can
to
see
Get
that.
Away with Murder.
Yeah.
I saw like Dev Patel.
That could work too. Dev Patel's a
He's
little
a little
older
older,
now
yeah.
too. I was trying to. I
So
mean,
is
I
Raphael from Jane the
Yeah.
Virgin.
I don't even know how old Dean Thomas is. I mean, he might be close to 30 because he was in Harry Potter. So
Yeah.
like, I have no idea. I just picture him as younger because he's like in college and How to Get Away with Murder.
Right. He also just looks younger too.
Yeah, he has like a baby face.
Yeah.
And I feel like he fits that like really handsome, like what is his role? OC, like
Yeah.
type
Yeah.
role.
I really see the Raphael, and now that I'm thinking
Raphael,
about it.
like it looks like he's in his 30s.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
he
no,
looks so much
he
older.
wouldn't be the, but like that kind of attitude.
Yeah, the attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like he's not like that. I feel
No,
like
yeah, like.
he's Dean Thomas. What is his name in How to Get Away with Murder? Because that's the character he is really kind of like. And I can't remember his name.
His nickname is Waitlist. That's like all that's coming into my
I
head.
have
Right
to
now.
get, I haven't watched the 3rd season yet, so I've lost everything. Okay, and then I can see Lily Collins as the lead as Elle.
I see that.
I'm trying to think of like redheaded actresses.
I kind of pictured my own person for.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah,
I'm just
and-
trying to like cast them now with like the people I know. Or even the girl from Castle that I always casted as Clary.
Oh yeah.
She would be good.
Molly.
No.
Molly
Molly
Quinn.
Quinn. Molly Quinn's great.
I could see that as well.
Yeah, I think she actually looks more the part that I like imagined in my head than Lily. Lily's like a little too pretty. Like,
Yeah, I
she's
agree.
like perfect pretty.
All right, we have another question from Ashley Poston, our author.
Oh, Ashley Poston.
Yeah,
Ashley!
Hi.
Okay, she asks, what would you order from the magic pumpkin? Pumpkin fritters?
Oh,
Cat,
or
it's vegan.
chimichangas? How is chimichangas? Chimichangas?
Chimichangas.
I would order everything.
I would do the pumpkin fritters.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
gonna say I'd probably do pumpkin first too because I can't have chimichangas. They're too spicy for me.
Mhm.
Too spicy for my throat.
Oh my god.
But yeah, the magic pumpkin is like the reason why you picked it up so fast,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Vegan.
Like I got the book in the mail and I saw on the front it said vegan treats and I was like. I started reading because I was like, is the main character vegan? Oh my god, this changes everything. And she's not vegan, but by the time I like discovered that, I was too hooked into the story to put it down, and I just finished it. That
Okay,
night.
we didn't cast Sage, and I wanted to cast her.
Oh.
Let's cast Sage.
Sage.
I have like an image in my mind that I conjured up like really solidly. She has like green hair and like she wears like really like different
Oh, I have one.
outfits. Who?
I can't remember her name.
That's not helpful.
What is
She's
she from?
Parenthood, but
Lauren Graham.
Lauren Graham's daughter.
Oh yeah.
What's her name?
Oh May Whitman.
May Whitman, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, it just literally popped into my head.
She could do it. I pictured someone. I pictured like someone like Latino or something. Actually, I don't know why I did. But like I'm trying to think of like an actual actress. I just have like a picture of someone in my mind, and I did.
Yeah, I am that like I didn't do much fan casting while reading. Like I had
Yeah.
new pictures for everyone.
Same.
Yeah, I had pictures for most people. Like the twins, I just pictured as Barbies, as twin Barbies. And Cal was like a nicer Barbie. Let me think. Who else did we not cast? I mean, the stepmom.
The mom.
Yeah,
Did you have
I
someone
just
in mind for
pictured
her?
the
The mom
girl
from Cinderella, the Hillary Duff
Yeah,
version.
the Hillary Duff version.
See,
exactly.
I pictured a more like Hollywood, like really thin,
Mhm.
blonde Botox lady.
Yeah, I pictured like any of our actresses who play like villains in these dystopian adaptations, like any of them, like Professor or President Coin, like she could be the mom.
President Coin is so old.
Yeah, she is. So old.
So,
I have another question.
yeah.
Okay, this question is from Savannah. Hi, Savannah. This question is, what was your first fandom?
Ooh,
I know,
Harry
right?
Potter.
Harry Potter, but that's kind of was like by default.
I
Mine
mean,
is super random.
what
What's
is
yours?
it?
Spy Kids, and I was
Oh
like
my
the only
God.
one in that fandom. I literally collected
I like
everything. I
Spy
got the
Kids.
action
Oh, I didn't do
figures. They did like this pizza promotion, and I used to like go and get all these frozen pizzas just so I could like cut out these like cardboard pictures of the characters. Like I was obsessed.
Does Beanie Babies
I had a
count
Spy
as
Kids
fandom?
birthday. Oh my
I
god,
think it's-
yes.
Beanie Babies was my first fandom.
I had
then,
Beanie Babies
actually.
and Beanie
I was-
Baby cards.
I was.
You have that
I had
too?
the card holders.
Yes,
I had the
yes.
book
Mhm.
that had like all the different prices and which ones were
Yes.
rare and not
Oh, yeah.
rare and like very rare.
Childhood,
Like
man.
my goal was to get like righty and lefty, like, and now I didn't even know what that meant, but that was like Democrat, Republican.
I
Beanie
also
Babies.
was a part of the Barney fandom, but I didn't know what fandom was at
Oh
that
my
point.
God,
but
me
like,
too. Barney
I had
was, like,
Barney slippers, Barney
everything.
underwear,
I
Barney
had Barney
pajamas,
slippers and Barney underwear,
figurines.
Barney pajamas, and Barney figurines.
Yes.
I was too old for this.
Like this by like what, a year?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
not too
Like
much.
I like just barely missed it.
Just barely.
My first fandom after Harry Potter.
But before Harry Potter. What about Moon Sailor?
Well,
Sailor
it wasn't
Moon.
really before Harry Potter because I was like 10 when Harry Potter came out. Like,
Sailor Moon was like when I was like little.
yeah, Sailor Moon.
I
Oh
didn't-
man, you know, probably Pokemon and Zelda were like more my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, not me.
Not you. I was like,
but like, I was like, yeah, that makes sense for you.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
saying it.
Pokemon and Zelda, Buffy, but that was like a little bit later.
I just remember that I like was in love with Scooby Doo and had everything.
Ah,
Scooby-Doo.
same.
Ever.
We're the same.
I had like a Scooby Doo pencil case,
Yes.
Scooby Doo slippers. I was like, I wanted to be like Scooby Doo all the time. That's like my catchphrase.
So if you guys had to choose one fandom now to be like
To
your
still be a
fandom.
part of.
like if you were gonna create a convention based around one fandom,
Oh, okay, Shadowhunters.
Shadowhunters?
We don't have one.
Yeah, that's true.
It would be Spy Kids, but nobody would go.
It
would just be me. It'd be like-
Spy Kids convention.
There would be a party of one,
Yeah,
and
what
I would
your
be there.
convention be?
I don't. I feel like there's a Buffy convention already.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I was like, because I obviously with Harry Potter would be like go.
Yeah. But there's like
Like,
Harry
there's
Potter's world.
Potter
like-
world. Yeah, like Harry Potter's all, you know, you got it. It's there for us.
yeah.
All right, I have another question. That's
Wait,
really
Kat
good.
didn't pick one.
Oh, did you not pick
Wait,
It's
did
a
you?
Buffy.
Oh, that was your choice?
Well, I
I
mean-
thought you said there were Buffy.
I feel like there must be a Buffy convention.
That's like me
what
saying
else
like
did I do?
Twilight.
I don't know.
Pokemon.
There's definitely that.
I know. I've just never heard anyone talk about it.
Maybe I do like a Daughter Smoke and Bone convention. Carry On. I'll do Carry On.
Oh yeah, do that. Harry
Oh,
Potter
wait, can I do
fanfic
Miss
convention.
Peregrine? I guess I could do that.
Oh, you could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about our childhood, though.
I mean,
No, we were
whatever
talking
you
about
want.
our
Okay, Miss
fandom
Peregrine.
conventions.
I'll do that then.
Yeah.
I'll create that
You
convention.
would still do Shadowhunters?
Oh yeah.
Still gonna
Oh
show.
yeah. Oh yeah. That was so much
So
fun.
very fun. They should
You
do
can get Cassie there.
that. Yes. Okay. I have another question.
Okay.
This question is from Jacqueline Laster. Thanks for asking a question. This question is, did any of you have a TV show that affected you growing up like how Starfield affected Elle? Well, that was a really
Yeah.
good question, but I couldn't think of one.
You
so-
don't have one?
No.
I mean,
I know that there
Buffy.
probably was one, but I just need a second.
I mean, me was definitely Friends.
Friends, yeah.
Like that's for like Friends and Lost. Lost was like my like late teens. Yeah, 18 plus.
Yeah, I can see Lost more because there's like way more
There's
like
way more
theorize
fandom there.
and like
Friends
yeah.
like definitely though did like shape me
Yeah.
because it was like during my like 13 to like 17. That was
Yeah, see, that was Buffy for me. So
yeah.
like I caught on like
Yeah, Buffy's more of like a fandom thing. Just
Yeah,
like, because a Friends convention, like
right? Like what do you?
I mean, we don't make like Friends references.
just like dialogues from every episode.
Trivia, reenact the episode. But Lost. Oh, you know what would be amazing? A Lost convention. I
It'd
would
be on an
love
island.
that.
It'd be on
Start
an
one.
island.
I want to start the Lost convention. Oh my god! And like
Register
everyone could
now.
cosplay as like the Lost characters, and there's so many.
Okay, I can't think of one, but I have another question. I'm
You can
sorry.
think of
I was like,
one.
that's a really good question, but I
What
don't
about Scooby Doo? Didn't that
Maybe
really affect you as a
Scooby-Doo.
person?
guess.
What about Lemony Snicket?
What
Did
about
you
Arthur?
read those?
I think it's good.
I really loved Arthur.
I feel like
DW.
maybe like the Amanda Show.
Oh my
I
god,
still
that
love that
did
show.
have an impact.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
Bring in the dancing
Lobsters.
lobsters. Like,
Welcome to the girls' room.
Penelope Taint.
I was in on that one too. I wasn't too old.
All right, this question is from Karina, and she or he asks, what did you think of the Sage and Elle friendship?
I love
Yeah,
It was such a
it
good
was
friendship.
great.
I love when she like got her to watch Starfield.
Yeah.
It's like,
We were just talking about this before the show, but like Christine said, like we've all had that moment where like we want to expose a friend to like something we love so much. We're like, are they gonna like it? Are they not gonna like it? Are they gonna love it as much as I do?
Yeah.
Are they gonna judge me for loving it as much as I do?
Yeah, it's gonna like live up to my height.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so nerve wracking. Like I think the last time I did this was like my mom with Gilmore Girls, and I was like, she's gonna like it. She's gonna like it. Like, but like every episode we were watching like one a night, and like slowly but surely she'd be like, "What channel is this on? Where can I watch this?" Like, and she can't get to Netflix because she doesn't have a smart TV. She doesn't want to use her computer, so she hasn't been able to watch past season 1 because I haven't been home.
You need to help her.
I know. When I get back there, we're watching.
Teacher.
We're watching season 2.
Ooh. Moving on up. All right.
Yeah, she'd be like that show with the mother.
This question is from Dan. He asks, did any of you cry in the book? I cried when Chloe ruined Elle's tickets.
Oh,
I got emotional during that point too. I
I didn't cry, but I actually had to like set the book down and like walk around for a second because I was just so anxious. Like there was all that tension building up to it, and like something bad's gonna happen,
like,
something bad's gonna happen, and like it's happening, and I still can't stop reading. So I'm like, oh.
I was just so like I was
Feels.
expecting it, but I was like so mad. But I knew it's gonna be okay because Cinderella.
Yeah, see that's the thing. Is like we're familiar with the beats of Cinderella, so like.
Oh my God,
we knew they were
I was looking for that word the whole time I was doing my book talk. I was like, the points, like the oh my God, beats. Okay, sorry, I interrupted what you were saying.
I was pretty much done. It was just Cinderella. Like we're familiar with the Cinderella beats. Like we kind of knew like what to expect, but also because it's like such a different setting and like different characters, like it was still anxiety inducing.
Yeah. I already talked about when I cried, but it was when she was like, they were in the bathroom and all the cosplayers were in there and they were like, I love your blog and like, this has changed my life. It makes me feel like I belong. And then I cried when I was reading the acknowledgments. That was my other point.
So emotional. Okay, we have a question from Gabby, and she asks, if you were in Elle's place, who would you want to be on the other end of your texts?
Ooh.
It's a really good question.
What famous person?
Yeah, what famous person? It's kind of a hard question, though. There's so many options.
Dylan O'Brien.
O'Brien.
I feel like Dylan, I never like him in person, but like if maybe it was like all facade and like we're texting and connecting. Milo Ventimiglia is too old. Like it would be like weird.
How is he old? Is he a good age for me?
Now he's like 40.
All the people are either too young or too old for me. I'm so awkwardly aged.
I'm trying to think of like
how old is
the
Kingsman guy?
Bellamy on the other end.
Oh yeah.
I don't know him in real life either.
Yeah, I don't know him in real life.
I'd like actual Bellamy to be on the edge.
I would say Lauren Haragi. Do you guys even know who that
No,
is?
tell us her character.
She's from Fifth Harmony.
Oh.
I have a little crush on her.
Derek
super
Hoff. I had a dream the other night that like Derek Huff was living in my home house and I was like secretly hiding him in my room, but like it was nothing romantic. It was like we were just friends and he like needed a place to stay. Like he was staying in my homeroom with like my family, and my dad would come in and be like, "Hi, Nicholas." And it was the best dream. So I was like, I'm getting to the point like where we're gonna have to like push this further than friendship. Like we're living in the same room. Like it has to happen, right? Did you say something yet?
No, people aren't like the right age. I mean, I don't like know celebrities well enough. Like I can tell you who I think is like attractive and who in my head their personality
like in
is
one of your like K-dramas.
Yeah, I'm doing your K-drama.
I mean, they're still just. I don't know them as people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's the thing.
I said
no,
the guy from Kingsman,
but
Taron. I don't
I
know
can't
his
remember
name.
his name. I don't. But
Taron Egerman or
Yeah.
something.
But like the thing is, you would know them through the text, and it would be perfect.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
So that's what so it doesn't actually matter if you don't know them in person.
Okay.
You get to know them through their beautiful texts.
But what if they're not like the right one?
Well, then
You can't think like that, Kat. You just gotta
this
go
is just
with
like
it.
fantasy
It's
land.
my Cinderella
fantasy.
story.
Like,
It's
everything's
my
gonna turn out
Cinderella
well.
I
story.
just I said Dylan O'Brien like literally every time he's live. I'm like, oh, you're not living up to Styles. Like, you're not him.
Side cat.
What about Seth Cohen? Oh my god, I love
I
it.
said the guy
From the actual
Kingsman.
OC.
Oh.
Adam Brody, but Seth Cohen I
Throwback.
want. Not
Or
Adam Brody.
like Milo 10 years ago.
Milo Ventimiglia. Oh, you can't pick him 10 years ago.
Why not?
I would have picked him.
You picked Dylan O'Brien.
Peter Petrelli. Okay, next
I have
question.
a question from Tara. They ask, what Hogwarts house do you think the characters are in?
Ooh, okay.
We love sorting the characters.
Let's see. I know. Should we do Elle first?
Yeah, Elle. I feel like she would be. You think a Hufflepuff?
I don't know.
I'm thinking on Gryffindor.
I'm between Hufflepuff and Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Is it just like the things that she's been through and like
Yeah.
how she handled herself?
Yeah, because she is
Yeah.
very brave.
But she's like really loyal to her like fam. So, like,
Gryffindor can be loyal.
yeah,
Yeah.
they can be. Yeah, I feel like it was really hard for her to be brave.
Yeah.
It was like a challenge that she like accepted. Gryffindors are just like, whatever, I'm doing it, you know?
Not all
true.
Gryffindors.
Not all
are, though.
Gryffindors,
Like,
but I
Neville
feel
had
like-
to like work up
Yeah.
to that.
Yeah. But like even in the first one, it was like, you can't go or I'll tell Dumbledore. And she's like, well, sorry.
Right.
Yeah, I think Gryffindor. No,
I'd sort her into Hufflepuff, personally.
but she does do a lot of
Hufflepuffs
brave
can be
things.
brave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cedric
Yeah.
Diggory was brave.
I'm sticking with Gryffindor.
Okay, Puff. Hi.
Okay, I'll jump on the Puff train. Like,
Boo.
hi.
Okay, Damien.
Damien is
I
Raven. Raven Griff.
I think he's Gryffindor.
I think he's closest to Gryffindor too.
Yeah.
What about him do you think is a Gryffindor though?
I feel like he stands up for shit that he wants to.
Yeah. And
And
just being an actor, like
just
he puts
doing-
himself out
yeah,
there and
you have to be able to put yourself out
to
there.
like
And just even to go forward and text that person.
yeah,
So
even though he does like originally text to try to like back
And to
out of it,
continue
like he
texting?
still he
Yeah.
still does, and like he still ends up going.
yeah.
Like even though the fandom is like
And he's not
giving him
afraid to like
crap,
go after Elle like right
Yeah,
afterward. Even after like she knows it's like him and it's weird.
and he's all gung ho about stunts too. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'll do my own
And then he's
stunt.
like, why did I say it? Yeah, he's good.
And he doesn't back down still though.
Yeah,
He's good.
he still does it. I love that. I'm just like, this was a stupid idea.
Do it again.
Okay, what about Sage?
Oh,
I feel like Sage is
Sage
a
is-
Huffle. Maybe.
I feel
Maybe
like she could
she
be
grew-
Slytherin.
Yeah, I feel like Slytherin
She
and
doesn't
Raven.
care about
yeah,
like breaking the rules much.
yeah.
Yeah. She'll just
Rebellious.
like go for it. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a rebel. She's a good Slytherin.
Yeah.
Sister is a bitch Slytherin.
Yeah.
So you know,
Yeah, the nice
Chloe's sister.
Yeah.
The nice sister might be Hufflepuff. She's like not forward about being
Yeah.
nice because she's like scared kind of about her
Yeah,
sister.
she like lets her sister kind of
Push her
overstep
around.
her too.
Yeah, and I don't know, she might be Ravenclaw.
She could be. It's Ravenclaw or
'Cause, like,
Hufflepuff.
The loyalty thing, because like
Yeah, she doesn't really
she
have the
doesn't
loyalty.
stick to like her
Yeah.
twin and her mom. She
Yeah.
goes
I don't
to
know,
like
like,
what's right more.
How smart she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have
But-
nothing about that.
Yeah,
really.
we didn't get to know her
Her
well
enough.
enough to like house her.
Yeah, I feel like I'm leaning toward Hufflepuff, but she could be a Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What about stepmom?
Stepmom is a
Slytherin.
bitch. God, like even in that moment where you almost feel sorry for her, but then you're like,
But then she
no.
ruins it.
She says something really
Yeah,
terrible.
she's like, you can never be loved or something
yeah,
like that.
she
And
just
it's
like-
like she just like confirms like Elle's deepest
Yeah.
fears.
yeah.
and it's like, girl, how are you a mother? Like,
It makes me feel like so much worse.
like she's like,
for
oh, she
Elle.
says, I tried to love you.
Yeah,
I tried,
oh.
but I couldn't get there.
What about Damien's dad? I kind of feel like he might be like Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
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 Because like
I
even
mean,
though what he did was terrible,
yeah.
obviously it was still like
You
a
can
smart
It was a
strategy.
strategic move.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be Slytherin.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's true. It could also be on the
Yeah,
Slytherin
like
side.
the
So
fact
it's
that
like
he doesn't like kind of feel any remorse for
Yeah,
it.
he's like,
He's like, I had to do it.
Yeah. But that could be a
It's for your
Ravenclaw
career.
thing too. It's like
it could be.
it's
He
the correct-
walks
yeah.
the line. Like there is a moment though where you do feel for his dad a little bit.
Yeah.
He's trying to do what's best, but at the same time, he's doing it all the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the wrong reasons. Okay, we have a new question here. Sage was Elle's fairy godmother.
Yeah.
So, from the books you've read, who would be your fairy godmother?
Oh, from the books?
From any book you've ever read, I guess.
Oh my God,
Which is
Dumbledore.
hard.
I would love to have
That'd
Dumbledore
be
as my
great.
fairy godmother.
I want Magnus to be
He would be a great one.
Oh my
too.
gosh, that would be so good.
He's so fabulous.
Yeah, Dumbledore's my favorite.
Oh man.
I mean, if it had to be like a woman, maybe McGonagall.
That's interesting.
I think
She's
she'd
like
be a
not
good
very
fairy
fairy
godmother.
godmother.
No, but she's like a hard ass fairy godmother. Like she's always there when Harry needs her. She's the one who got Harry on the Quidditch team. She's cool. Like she just has to put up a front.
Oh, I would want Mrs. Weasley. I think
Oh.
she'd be a good fairy godmother.
Right, yeah, Mrs. Weasley, she's just so
She's
mom.
very motherly.
Yeah, she's so
That's
mom.
what you want in a fairy godmother.
Yeah, I want Mrs. Weasley over McGonagall.
I like McGonagall. Like I just want to see more of McGonagall. She's cool. She has this like really cool side that like she's like, okay, go break the rules, but like I'm gonna act like a teacher. Like when Harry needed to search the castle, she's like, how long you need, Potter? Remember that moment where he like he said really nice things about McGonagall.
But like those moments
No,
of her rebelling.
They're just moments with McGonagall in general are few and far between.
Yeah.
She always stands up for them. She's the best.
The best. Okay, this question is from Erin, and she asks, what does the term geek mean to each of you?
Ooh, good question.
Hmm.
Do you guys have like this is always
I feel
comes
like
up when,
it just means like being passionate about some kind of
something.
entertainment.
or right, it's
Or anything, really. Yeah,
Anything.
you
Like
can
you
be
be
geeky
passionate
about
about
anything, it's true.
calculators
Yeah,
and
like
like
cameras
you're a
and
geek,
anything.
obviously.
Even yeah.
Calculators is like the classic.
You can be passionate about calculators.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like geek and nerd and
T84.
what are other geek nerd?
Yeah, okay. There was always like in my mind growing up, there was like a difference between a geek and a nerd. Like nerd was being passionate about anything, and geek was being passionate about something that was like particularly nerdy in my mind. But it's changed like as I got older.
Yeah.
They kind of make the same thing to me now.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like they are kind of the same thing. Whereas before, like I would identify more as a nerd.
Yeah,
Because I was into like the nerdy, like I was passionate about the nerdy things, like shows and.
Well, like you could say the same thing about geek.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Like, I pictured geek as more of like the nerdy things. Like I love like biochemistry. That sounded geeky to me. And nerdy would be like I love Star Trek. Like that's how I.
See,
would
I thought the
divide
other
them.
way around.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I just want to make a point to say that I'm not on my phone this whole time. I've been
He's
looking
getting
at
the
questions.
questions.
So if I'm like over here, like, I swear I'm getting questions. And I just had one and I lost it. Okay, what character would you want to cosplay at a con?
Which out of this?
Out of anyone.
Oh, out of anyone.
Yeah, out of anyone. I guess we could do
I don't
for
wanna-
Geekerella.
I don't want to say.
I don't want to.
Is this a good time to plug
because
our
we're doing a cosplay event. June 22nd at 5:30 p.m. at the Barnes & Noble Orange in California. The day before VidCon, it's like 15 minutes away from
How
the
did you
conference
remember all of
center.
that?
Yeah.
Um,
You, like wrote the time.
I had to write it so many times.
So yeah, we're doing a cosplay event, and we'll all be dressing up there.
Yeah, and I don't want to say because I also have a second cosplay that I'm doing for Comic-Con that I really want to cosplay as. I don't want to spoil it. So you want to pick like a Harry Potter character to cosplay?
Okay, we can do that.
I wanna do
That's like
Dumbledore.
so easy to
Sorry,
cosplay a
Dumbledore.
Hogwarts
No,
thing. Dumbledore.
I'm doing Dumbledore.
Sirius Black.
Yeah.
I would love
Seriously?
Maybe Luna, because she has like fun accessories.
Yes.
Do you wish Starfield was a real show?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like
totally
it
have
is.
watched
It is.
Like it
Yeah,
was
I feel
so
like it is too.
well
Yeah.
developed and fleshed
Yeah.
out. Like I found myself.
There's so much history.
I'm like,
I found myself
I'm
like
into
connecting
the
it to
show.
like different shows that I've
Yeah, yeah.
watched. Like this reminds me of this, and like just probably pulling from these different
Yeah.
fandoms. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, every time there was a fandom thing, I was like, oh, this is like this.
What I'm really excited about is Ashley's next book, because it's not Starfield, but it is like
What is
a
it?
sci-fi in
Well, I don't
space.
know what it is. I've heard her talk
Ashley,
about it on
if you're
Twitter,
still
I feel
watching,
like
you
it.
should write a Starfield series.
Yeah,
we could read it. Like, do it,
Oh my God.
please.
But now we know like the big twists and stuff. She'd have to make it like Carry On, like completely different.
Everybody
Well, I
go
mean, there's
tweet
so much
Ashley
story
right
we
now
could,
and
like,
tell her to make a
explore a
Starfield
lot
series.
more. Like,
Yeah.
we might know
Oh, there's so
some
much
big
to-
twists, but like,
Yeah, and there's so much history with it too. So
yeah,
it's like,
that's what it reminded me about the fangirl aspect too. Is like we never saw this show, but like we feel like we know it from
Oh yeah, because
like the
from other
fandom
things that we
clips,
know,
yeah.
like the whole big plot twist with like the princess sacrificing herself for like the whole universe, and it felt so familiar. I was like, and I can't even place like where I've watched that happen, but like somewhere I have.
Yeah.
Oh, the hunt.
No! Spoilers!
Same.
Spoilers! Okay, Aaron asks, if you could be in an adaptation revival, which book, movie,
Ooh.
show would you pick and who would you play?
Okay, I know one. Do you guys have one?
Yeah, I have one, even though it's ridiculous.
What is it?
Miss Peregrines, I would be Jacob. Duh! I wanted to be him in the first one.
Revival. Okay, well,
Yeah, they could revive it.
okay,
It
it
came
doesn't
out
matter
last
how
year.
old you are. Let's just do that. It doesn't matter how old
Yeah.
you are. Okay, so I want to revive Percy Jackson. I want to play Annabeth. Thank you.
I thought you would do like Friends or something.
Well, Friends, like, I don't want to touch it. It's beautiful. It's
It's
perfect.
true.
I don't want to do it again. I wanted to do something like that. I didn't like the first time as much.
yeah.
Or like with Friends, you just want to like play a comedy role. Like you
Oh.
wouldn't necessarily want to like.
I wouldn't want to replace
Replace,
like
yeah,
the
like,
beautiful
yeah.
cast. It wouldn't be Friends. I could play one of Rachel's sisters, a new one.
That would be fun.
That would be really fun. They're so annoying.
Look,
It looks like you like serious.
Hey! Open it like he's reading.
Casual.
Okay.
I'm inclined to say Buffy. Just because like Buffy's my show.
Who would you want to play?
I would want to play Buffy, but I don't feel like I would be a good Buffy.
Sorry,
Like
Michelle
I
Gellar.
look like Willow. I get that a lot.
Oh
So,
yeah,
like, I feel like
How I
I would,
Met Your Mother.
yeah, I feel like I would fit into that role better. But like I want to be Buffy.
Yes.
All right, this question is more for you guys. What would be each character's favorite Hamilton song?
Ooh.
Okay, well, let's
Let's do like
say.
the main squad.
Elle, I am not throwing away my shot. That's her shot. She's not throwing it away.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
going for it. She's
I
not.
can see that.
Okay, and then, the sister Chloe. I want to be in the room where it happens, but like she can't. She keeps getting shut out by Elle. And then she foils, but she doesn't even matter. She's still not gonna be president.
Never gonna be president.
Never gonna be president.
What about Darian?
Darian. Okay. Darian, let's see. Oh,
I feel like
dear Theodosia.
I feel like my shot kind of too, because
Yeah, but like if we don't want to overlap, dear
Not- maybe
Theodosia, like
nonstop.
writing letters. Helpless!
that would be fun.
Nonstop could be a lot of them. Could be Sage. She's kind of like nonstop working on stuff for her and helping. She's like a nonstop best
Would the
friend.
stepmoms never be satisfied? Should never be satisfied.
No, she doesn't get the honor
I
of
don't know
having a
Hamilton,
Hamilton
guys.
song.
She could be the duel.
Yeah.
The what?
10 Dual Commandments. Or she can be like a little. She can be a little clip like Skylar defeated or something. Like,
Farmer refuted.
no.
She can be the
The farmer.
Yeah, the
Okay.
farmer.
Farmer.
And Elle is Alex.
Hamilton.
Why should a tiny island across the sea regulate the price of my something?
Okay, next question.
My Comic-Con ticket.
This question comes from Mars. I don't know if that's your name, but that's a cool
Ooh.
name.
The character.
The antagonistic force.
What are your best / worst fangirl, fanboy moments?
Okay.
I know my best.
Yeah, what's
Was
your best?
going to the Miss Peregrine's premiere and like getting to hear from the cast and being in the presence of the cast. It was just, that day was glorious and I'll never forget it.
I feel like I've had so many of each. I think one of my favorite is definitely like when I was first interviewing the Shadowhunter cast, and then like Cassie just came up behind me and gave me a hug, and then everyone took me more seriously.
I don't know, man. Maybe meeting Stephanie Meyer in Forks.
Oh my god, that's
just because
amazing.
that was, I mean that's like the one moment that stands out, because I'm not one to get like super fangirly like in person. Like in theory, like I can get really excited about stuff, but like when I'm talking to another person, I'm just like, you're a human. I mean, if I ever met Joss Whedon or like Lin-Manuel Miranda, I'd probably freak out.
For worst fangirl moment, I have a lot of these.
Yeah.
And you know a lot of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the Holland Roden incident is definitely like one of my worst fangirl ones. Like I asked her if she knew what the movie The Premiere was about, and it was like such a low for me. I just like didn't know what to ask her, and my first thought like, do you know what it's about? Like so.
Never forget.
But like also another.
That's like one of those things that just like keeps you up at night.
It always. I'm
It's
just
like,
like,
oh.
how could I have asked that? What it is? It was like first time doing the red carpet.
Right.
But then also it was like a really mortifying moment when I got lipstick on Cassandra Clare's outfit.
I feel like this is like kind of a best moment, but also a worst moment because I'll never forget it. And every time I like see this person in a movie, I think about it, and that's when I forced Zac Efron to take a selfie. Like every time I see him in a role, I'm just like, I can't. Like,
you know
I can't
what?
forget
He's
about that
so
moment.
famous that he doesn't remember.
Yeah, he
that
will
at
never
all.
ever remember that.
Like,
but,
and you got a picture, and it's like a really good.
Yeah, it's a really good
It's like awesome. They're
it's
just like
legit.
friends.
Yeah, so just hanging with Zach. Man, I'm a homeboy, but like every time I see him in a movie now, I'm just like, oh, remember that time I forced him? I didn't even say it. I was like, hi Zach, let's do this. Like, so
I don't know if I have a worst one. I mean, I tend to like block and repress these memories.
I do too. That's why I remember most of the ones I've told. Like,
Yeah.
I've told in videos.
can you cast each other?
Kaz not going to say one.
I don't think I have one. Can you
Okay.
think of one for me?
I mean, maybe just like avoiding talking to someone that you like a fan person that you're a fan of.
Oh, how my John Green moment.
Oh my god, my John Green moment too.
Hey, Green moment.
Okay.
On the
Oh
record.
my god. So let me
We're not gonna sleep tonight. We're just gonna think about these moments all
Oh my
night.
god. I realized the John Green moment, I literally like met him, said hi, and then said nothing else, and we just like looked at each other, and I was just like,
And he carried on the conversation. He's like, well, let's see.
I know, he was like, well, I gotta get going.
Oh, man. Okay. Can you cast each other as characters from Geekerella?
I feel like Kat could play Elle.
Yeah,
Really?
I could see that.
I could see that. I feel like I don't ever see you with red hair.
I could cast you as one of the stepsisters.
The nice one.
The nice one.
You'll
Or
go with
like
the
I
nice
or like
one.
Sage
Or
for the wig.
the
Yes.
princess.
I just can't see you.
Oh,
as
the
Sage.
Prince and Jess. Can I
Yeah.
play Jess?
Oh,
Yeah, that'd be fun. I like playing annoying people.
She's not annoying.
But she's like kind of annoying in a fun way.
You should play both the sisters.
Just both of them. A parent trap situation.
Yeah.
I would be his best, or his
The-
best
the
friend that
friend.
betrayed
Oh
him.
yeah, you could
I
play
could play
him.
that.
Yeah.
This is a kind of a good question. If your father, this is from Proud Book Line. If your fathers were to create a convention, what kind would it be and what for?
Ooh, I know what mine would be for.
My dad would. It would be for like electrical stuff. That's his fandom.
Mine would be like classic rock. Like
Classic rock.
he'd do like an old school like music festival kind of thing.
My dad
Like Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin, and
My dad would go to that. My dad would do Three Stooges, Little Rascals convention. He's like, totally into those.
he's really into
Oh
that?
my god, he made us all watch him when we were little. Like he has the whole VHS collection of everything they've ever done.
Wow.
Yeah. Little Rascals, like all the original ones. I've seen them all.
Oh, the black and white ones?
Black and white.
I've seen those too. I
Yeah.
haven't seen like all of them.
I've seen
I know you've
all
seen
of
all
them.
But I've seen a lot of it. I
And-
actually really like them.
Yeah, I do too. The Little Rascals are great. The Three Stooges, not so much my
Yeah.
thing. It's a lot of like, I mean, it's better than any of the movies if you've seen any of those like remakes, but like
classics. Okay, what was your favorite romantic scene in the book?
Ooh.
I personally just like liked the formation of their relationship because it wasn't insta love, in my opinion. Like I didn't see it as that because like it was just like them naturally evolving into this thing.
Yeah, and they're not like in love. Like it's not like they're like
even at the end.
I liked how it was like, you know, it was like the beginning of a relationship.
It wasn't like overly romantic, like because a lot of it was them getting to know each other.
It was like perfect amount.
Yeah,
and maybe that when I love that part where they like finally meet each other, and when she's like looking at him and the light's kind of like hitting him from behind, and she like recognizes it from that picture he sent her, and she like kind of recognizes like the outline of his
that
head.
picture. I was like, shit.
Yeah, like, just turn the exposure on.
I know. I was like, you can edit that shit. I was like, is she gonna send one back? She didn't. I would have if it was me. I'd take another silhouette to match it. It just seems like a fun thing to do. Who am I? Just guess.
Okay, this is going to be a difficult one. Can any of you say Geekerella backwards 5 times fast?
Oh, wait, no, wait. Let's just try to say it.
Geekerella?
Allergy.
Is it?
I'm reading it right now.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
Dude, you can't turn it that way. Now play it forward and see if it sounds anything like Geekerella.
Remember when in my Harry Potter trivia video, and like Brizzy said Deathly Hallows backwards, literally perfect on her first try. I like couldn't believe I did it backwards and it was like exact.
Okay. This question comes from Aaron. Was Sage and Cal getting together as wonderful a surprise for you all as it was for me, or did you call that pairing?
I didn't call it.
I didn't call it either, and I loved it.
I loved it too.
I loved that addition.
I got so excited. I was like, "Oh my god, wait, this is
like came out of nowhere."
Yeah, because we didn't know Cal at all.
Yeah, I didn't think it came out of nowhere. Like I was kind of like thinking it might happen, but I was still very happy when it did happen. So just like, oh, this is great. This is, like the nice sister and her friend.
Right.
And, like things were finally going like happy in Elle's life.
Yeah,
like
with
her
clicking
friends.
for the best with everyone.
Yeah.
Let's see. What made this book so special for you? Asks Nikki. I think there's just so many elements. Like just the fandom, the family, the
relatable
relationships.
It was just like
so many
you
different.
could see yourself in it so much, so clearly, and like I haven't seen that part of me like reflected that much in a character.
Yeah.
And it just so perfectly hit that point.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big reason why we liked Fangirl a lot. Is just because like you can so easily relate, and just like we're so involved in like fandoms and like getting excited about actors being cast in show adaptations and like reacting to it. So it was just so easy to like relate and to feel that like sense of belonging and like you're not alone. Like, fandom is a community, and that just was like so evident in the book.
Yeah, literally like the little cameo I have in the trailer, that's something I do.
Yeah.
I have done it. Like there are videos of me just being so upset about casting, particularly the one where I thought like Core was Alex Pettifer, and it wasn't. And I have a whole video ranting about it before like an hour later they announced that was fake news. But yeah, like so many of us who are like such a big part of different fandoms, like felt so alone in our,
especially when our fandoms aren't in our real lives.
Yeah, like especially like before the internet, like we grew up before the internet was huge. And like before fandoms were there for you.
I didn't have internet access until I was like 20 and moved out on my own.
Yeah, I didn't
at home.
I didn't even discover fandom at all until like I was 17. Like go from Deathly Hallows.
The end of Harry Potter,
right before Deathly Hallows came out, I started like I need someone to talk about it, and I found like Pottercast and Mugglecast and like all those spread from there.
Yeah.
I think one of like the most powerful scenes in the book is like when everybody at the con comes together and works together as like a fandom.
That's why I was crying.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like so real and so nice.
And just everything when she got to the convention, like that moment where she went to like get a ticket, like try to get a ticket, and she's like, "You never have to buy a ticket. Like you are always welcome here. Like we've been sending you tickets this whole time." And her mom had been like taking
Why?
The
Like,
worst.
why do you feel the need to do that? Like, and also,
Yeah.
you know what's so real? Like when the stepmom was like, "That's not real." You know, like you should concentrate on things that are real. Like what you don't understand is like the relationships and the stuff in it is what makes it so meaningful to us. Not like the space and like the unbelievable characters, like the things that happen in between that are like relatable and like relate to everything. That happened to me just this weekend when I was talking about Harry Potter, and like they started talking about like someone dying or something and how like serious, and she's like, just like Harry Potter, and I was like, you know what? I could relate this lesson to Harry Potter if you want me to, but I'm not gonna go there.
Don't even get me started.
Don't get me started.
Okay, this question is from Karina, and they ask, did you suspect Brian to be the person leaking all the pictures?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like he had a big falling out with him, so that's why I assumed it was him. I mean, it was the dad that actually.
Right. It's technically the dad.
Yeah.
Right.
I wasn't surprised by that because again, we're familiar with like the Cinderella beats, and even though Darian's story is kind of new, like if you're familiar with stories, like you know something's got to happen, and like I wasn't surprised by that. But
I was kind of bummed we didn't get like a resolution.
yeah,
I thought they were
more of like a amends or something.
Yeah, it was like he almost did, and then he was like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Maddie asks, can you see a sequel, and what are your predictions if so?
I think it's a beautiful.
I think it's good.
Yeah, I
mean, I'd read the sequel.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure
I'd
if
like
she did
her
a sequel, it'd be
do a
great.
Like
Carry On.
Like a companion, well, a Carry On
A
style.
companion
But also,
novel?
I would like a
About
companion novel.
Sage and Cal.
Or
that would
like
be cool.
about a different fairy tale.
Yeah, what
Some
fairy
kind of other
tale
with
would
a
we
Phantom
give
twist on it
Sage
too.
and
Still,
Cal?
though, like I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, Sage and Cal.
What fairy tale can you give
I just don't like fairy tale. I mean, this doesn't feel like a fairy tale.
Yeah. Like, well, I mean, even if it was a fairy tale,
Modernized,
it wouldn't feel like
yeah.
one still.
Yeah.
So just like this one didn't.
Yeah, I can't like pick it out though because of my like not attachment to fairy tales.
Yeah.
I mean, like what else is there? Sleeping Beauty.
I'm just thinking of all the
The
Lunar
Prince and the
Chronicles ones.
Pauper with the twins. That doesn't make any sense. Parent Trap with the twins. That's not a fairy tale.
Which character would you like to have a day in your life from?
I
Like
mean,
a
you
vlog
mean-
style?
oh, a
like
vlog style?
I would think
Darian?
Damien. Is it Darian?
It's
Darian.
Darian.
Oh, I've been saying Damien.
No,
Have I been saying Damien
you've
this whole
been
time?
I don't think so, because we
Okay,
would have corrected
Darian.
you. It's Darian, yeah.
Darian, I would like that too. Like take us on set.
Yeah,
show
that'd
us
be
Yeah.
what goes
cool.
on with that.
Yeah.
or Sage.
Sage would
Or
be fun. Like
Sage,
if she did like
yeah.
a cosplay tutorial or something.
Yeah. But like Darian, I'd want to see like the behind the scenes stuff on set and all
Yeah,
this.
so that'd be fun.
I was gonna say, it annoyed me so much in my book talk. I kept saying like the wrong name for like Star Gunner and like Star and Starfield and stuff. I kept getting those confused. I forgot my point, so I'll just stop talking about that. I had a point.
Which Taylor Swift song would fit the book the most?
Ooh.
This comes from Nikki as well.
Jump
I like
and
Enchanted.
Fall.
I was
Yeah.
enchanted. Is that right? Enchanted.
Yeah, please don't fall in love with someone. Yeah, that makes sense.
I know
You'll be in love with someone.
I don't know a lot of old school Taylors, so I'm thinking like We Belong Together.
That's just like a hit single, Kat.
What do I say?
Wait, you belong.
What about how you get the girl? You guys don't know that one?
I think
No, I know
Enchanted
that one.
fits
I
it
think-
better.
I don't know.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
All right,
I like
let's-
Jump and Fall too.
Let's talk about our next Booksplosion.
Oh yeah, let me go get it.
It's actually
It's
right,
right
up there.
above you.
Oh.
We got the hookup.
Preparation.
Oh, okay. So our main Booksplosion book of the month is
Windfall
by Jennifer E. Smith.
It's in stores now.
It's in stores now.
Just came out on Tuesday.
It's another contemporary, so it'll be easy, fun read.
Yes. We
and
love those
because-
fun reads.
Yeah, we've got a lot to read in May. Like so many books are out.
Lord of
so,
Shadows.
Act of War.
Trials
Forever
of
and
Apollo.
Always. Lara Jean.
So many books.
And BEA is at the end of the month. So
Yeah, and so we got a nice, fun,
Nice
summery
contemporary.
read.
Yes.
it's about a girl who's been kind of in love with one of her best friends for a long time, and right as something is like maybe gonna start happening with them, like it's leading in that direction, she buys him a lottery ticket on a whim for his birthday, and he wins $140 million.
Oh my god! Spoilers!
What the fuck is it about?
I know,
Not
but
to
I
plug your
didn't
ears.
look at it
Love
because
you,
I
like-
like to be surprised. I mean, I'm glad you know synopsis.
I mean, that's like just the basic setup, you know. And then obviously
Is
they're
it like
dealing
early?
with like
Is it going to be bad luck?
spoilers. I haven't read it yet.
The numbers 4, 8.
I mean, winning the lottery like always comes with
Yeah,
like
can you guess the lottery number?
some problems.
4, 8. 20, yeah, I'm excited.
It's gonna be good.
gonna
So
be
go pick
fun.
up Windfall and join us. We don't have a live show date.
We don't
set
have a live
But
show
it
date.
will probably be
Beginning of
June.
early June.
Because
Yeah.
BookCon and BA and
Oh.
BookCon is happening around this time too. So
yeah. So it'll probably be like June like 8th, I feel.
No, it
Maybe.
won't
No?
be. I'm going to be in
Wedding.
Massachusetts.
We'll figure it out. We'll
Figure
let
it
you
out
guys
and
know.
let you know.
Yeah,
We're
we'll let
excited
you
to read
know.
this book nonetheless.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited to like try to read
Have
every
you guys
book
read a
ever in
Jennifer
my-
E. Smith book
No,
yet?
this will be my first
No.
one.
No, I've
No.
read one.
Ooh, which
The
one did you
love-
read?
The statistical probability
Yeah.
of look for that. I flew through it. They're like her books are such like fast, fun, contemporary reads. Like you just like that.
I've seen this one too.
yeah,
Same.
same.
Well, thank you guys all so much for joining us for our Geekerella
Yeah.
live show.
We hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, follow us on the Twitters and the Instagrams, and we'll be announcing when the Windfall live show will be, and we'll talk to you soon. Goodbye. I'm Christine.
I'm Jesse.
I'm Kat. I'm Booksplosion. Goodbye.